So this is a solar-powered Stirling engine. So here the sun's rays collect onto here, just this small dish here.
Just that little dish?
Yeah, so I think it's 10 inches, I don't even think it's a foot across.
Yeah, it's probably about 10.
That concentrates the energy onto this piece here. This has got a test tube on it that just acts as a windshield. It's not evacuated or anything like that, it's just so that the piece of metal that's inside will get hot. That's the hot side, and the cold side is just these cooling fins behind. So the air gets alternatively heated and cooled, and that sets this off as literally as an engine. And this goes, this whole thing goes rattles and rattles and
Jumps
rattles.
about on its fucking legs.
Yeah, and you can attach a generator to it, if you like.
Of course.
There's a pulley here, you can run a pump or something like that. And yeah, extremely efficient, you know.
Oh, Mr. Moore.
Oh, I've got more to show you.
I'm sure you have.
Right. Can I have a look? Okay, so this is an engine, right? And is extremely simple. Basically, this is called a Tesla turbine. Nikola Tesla. It's the most efficient turbine on the planet. Tesla estimated that it could be up to 98% efficient.
Nice.
Now, a turbine is essentially an engine. What it essentially means is that you put some working fluid, like steam pressure, or an explosion from a gasoline thing, or water, any kind of working fluid. That pressure then gets sent to the whole load of discs. Can you see the row of discs here?
Yes.
It's just simply discs on a shaft.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's just discs on a shaft.
Yep, absolutely.
And on this, here is the disc, and there are a series of holes towards the centre of the disc, and then they're mounted on a shaft. That's all it is.
Simple.
Very simple. Each disc is about 1 millimetre apart. When you put the working fluid onto the periphery of the disc, onto the outside, it then imparts the energy of the, let's say, steam, let's say.
Yeah.
The steam or the water imparts its energy to the discs, which are going in the same direction as the working fluid. Instead of paddles, which causes noise, vibration, other trajectories, it's a mess. Those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Whereas here the discs are in exactly the same plane.
So they're not losing any of the efficiency at all.
No efficiency loss. 2 or 3% perhaps. So it's relatively quiet. And this can go up to 50,000 RPM. That was one of the difficulties that Tesla experienced, was that getting steels and bearings back in 1890s was difficult that could cope with 50,000 RPM.
Yeah.
They hadn't really got them.
No.
Okay, next, wood gas. Wood gas, if you get some wood and you put it in a tin with a tube sticking out of the tin, and you then heat that tin, let's say on an open fire.
Yeah, the wood will start to
fire.
the wood will start to hiss.
Yes, but inside a tin.
Inside a tin.
Right. It would start to give off a gas.
Yes.
And that gas from that tube will literally run an engine. Most people don't know that. You can run a car off heating wood. And in the war, 500,000 vehicles were running off it. That's 500,000. 500,000 cars were running off heating wood. wood gas.
So why did they decide not to? I'm not interrupting.
Well, it's not as efficient. It's not. The car was not a high performance.
No, it was a luxury, yeah?
Yeah, it's not high performance.
No.
But so, in other words, if we put that into your 100-mile-an-hour car, your car would probably only do 60.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I don't care.
But never mind, it's rough renewables. So what I've got here is simply a 50cc. I chose. I thought that would be a good way because I could compare it with mopeds and things like that.
Yes.
This is an empty chamber. There's no piston in here.
Nothing.
There's a spark plug and a tube.
Mm-hmm.
And here then is where you would put the wood gas. I did some experiments with just ordinary gas, like Cala gas. I did this to start with. So you put gas in here and you put air in here. Okay.
Gas and air.
That's right. And I had 2 ball valves. So it would allow the air or the gas in here and the air or the gas in here.
But not the other way.
But then when you set off the spark plug, it would explode and the balls would jam, so it wouldn't allow the explosion to come back through these tubes.
No.
It would then be forced through this here to this spreader, which would spread through the slit, which then goes on to the discs. So this here, mounted like this, this is once it's correctly mounted, this is a bang whiz engine.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah?
Yep.
Have you seen how many moving parts there are to this engine?
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and I can literally only determine a shaft.
Correct.
And the discs. They move, but they're attached to the shaft, so they're regardless. One shaft.
There are 2 bearings.
One at each end of the shaft.
Yes.
Obviously.
There are 2 balls in here which move up and down if you chose a simple ball valve.
Yeah.
However, Tesla also invented a valve called a valvular conduit, which requires no moving parts at all. Just look it up on Google Images. Valvular conduit, Tesla. So, in fact, the whole engine has only the shaft moving. And it's 98% efficient. Right? Pretty handy engine.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, and it can run off a multitude of fuels. Many fuels.
Multitude, yeah.
Multitude of fuels, including wood gas.
Wood gas.
So if you put wood gas into here, let me just tell you, this is so efficient that one this size would be approximately 5 kilowatts.
5 kilowatts.
5,000 watts.
5,000 watts.
So what's that, about 7 horsepower?
So you've got 7 horses right in your hand there, Mr. Moore.
Right? Yeah, about 7
You got 7 horses. You've got a very strong arm.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're messing about, but trust me.
But you get the idea. This could then easily be attached to a car alternator or car generator, generate electricity, or run a motorbike.
You could add it to an engine to make it much more efficient, if you wanted to.
Well, this is an engine.
Well, like it's an engine, yeah, definitely.
This is an engine, just make it bigger.
To make it, oh, of course.
Oh, this is a toy.
Yeah, toy. Make it bigger.
Well, 5 kilowatt.
A 5
kilowatt toy. So you know a standard generator for generating electricity, you know, like a standby generator.
Yeah.
Well, how big are they? You know how you could buy those big diesel ones. What are they? 2.2 kilowatts.
Yes.
Right. Well, this one's 5.
Everyone watching this? Everybody's seeing this, yeah? I am not even going to shit you. This is going to go on YouTube and go fucking viral,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Mr.
I might be slightly exaggerating with this being 5. But in theory, if this was made by Honda,
Yes.
not just by a hippie in a shed,
Yeah,
there's a big difference. But if it was made by, made very professionally, you could get that kind of power out of this, out of that kind of size. Yeah?
Yep.
Fascinating. And again, wood gas. Oh, yes. Look up on the internet on Google Images. Takes a little while to find. Type in wood gas motorcycle or wood gas motorbike, and you'll see that there's a black and white photograph, Gainsborough University, I think 1973 or something like that. This wood-burning, wood gasification motorbike uses a fire extinguisher on the rack of the bike to power it, so a converted fire extinguisher that's on the rack, little thing like this. You put 1 kilogram of wood in it.
A kilo.
1 kilo of wood.
Yeah.
Goes 70 kilometres.
Oh my God. 1 kilogram of a naturally sustainable, at the moment, if the world doesn't get messed up, 1 kilogram of wood, 70 kilometres.
And of course, when you get there, you just go and pick up some more sticks and come home again.
Yeah, oops a daisy, I haven't got any cash. Couldn't lend me some money for some petrol.
Go and break some sticks.
Yeah, here we go. Let's just kind of, you know.
Drive home again.
Yeah, oh damn, I'm going to climb a tree and fall out of it. Oh, I've got a branch, here we go, let's go home, ta-da.
Well worth looking for.
Yeah.
It's something, you know, it's quite far down on Google Images. Black and white image, guy sitting there on a motorbike, black and white.
Black and white?
Yeah.
Google it.
Very interesting. Gainsborough University.
G-A-I-N.
Yeah, I couldn't find it when it's in Gainsborough University, but there's a guy sat on a motorbike.
Yep.
And then underneath it says Gainsborough University. But I went off to try and find Gainsborough University and couldn't find it through there. No, it's
Google Images.
There. Just put in wood gas motorbike. There's quite a lot of things.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There you go.
Done?
Oh,
Okay.
Go and Google thexia.org and amouria.org.
Yeah, don't forget to do that, guys, because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you need to. Cheers.